So unasema safari jana ilikuwaje?
Safari ilikuwa salama. Tulitoka Nairobi kitu ilikuwa around saa 7 tukafika Kisumu saa 2 za usiku.
Saa 7 za mchana.
Saa 7 za mchana.
Okay, before that,
yeah.
Naomba tufanyie introduction. Okay. Wewe ni nani? Nyumbani ni wapi? Umewahi fanya kazi gani, kwa mfano ya kujilisha ama kusaidia wazazi? Okay?
Yeah.
So first, just introduction.
Okay. My name is Martin Okeyo. I come from Homa Bay County, Rachuonyo North Sub-County, Central Ward, Ugembo Sub-Location, Nyaola Village. I'm the firstborn in a family of 5. And so far, our father died the year 2004 and we were just left with our mom.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So just a background story of your education from primary to secondary. How did you maneuver since that your dad passed away? So how was life back then from your primary?
It wasn't easy. Immediately after our father passed on, we have just to fend for our family. As in, for me, when things were not working, I would at times go to the beach. I used to work there at the beach. We call it kushona nyavu, hiyo ya kushika samaki. And whatever little I was getting from there, naweza nikanunua unga ama chakula nikipata samaki, because at the beach they are cheaply. At around 50 utapata omena.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the background story.
So that's how we've been faring on with life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said your dad passed on how many years ago?
2004. That is like now 19 years.
19 years ago.
Yeah.
So when he passed on, were you in primary or when did you start school?
I was in primary. I can recall I was in class 4. Yeah.
How was life after then?
It wasn't easy. As in, he was the breadwinner for our family, and after he passed on, there was no prospect of hope there. Nothing to grieve about. Yeah.
So generally, was there like a family business whereby you can say, okay, our dad left us with something, or how was it?
There was nothing. We were just left that way.
Okay.
And now mom had also to doing small labor jobs also to feed the family.
Okay.
We are 5.
You are 5.
Yeah.
Are you the firstborn or the lastborn?
I am the firstborn.
Okay. How are you managing this? Because now being the firstborn in a family where your dad is nowhere is not easy.
Yeah.
How was your primary education? How did you do it?
My primary education, I studied at Simbi Primary School, where I sat for my KCPE in the year 28. But by then, I was sick, and so I never managed good marks. I got 287, and so because I spent some of the time before sitting for KCPE outside school when I was sick, I decided to repeat. So in the year 2009 is when I did it fully, and I managed 324 marks.
So the first time in your studies,
yeah,
in KCPE,
yeah,
you got 200 and something.
Yeah.
287. 287 marks.
Yeah.
Which year was this?
That is 2008.
2008.
Yeah, so 2009 is when I repeated and I scored. This is what I scored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, scored out, I can see 324.
Yeah.
From which school?
Simbi.
From Simbi.
Yeah.
Okay. This was the year 2009.
Yeah,
So from this, you proceeded to secondary.
I proceeded to secondary. There was a school nearby called Ongalo Secondary School. Currently, they changed the name. It is Tombuya Secondary School, but when I joined, it was Ongalo Secondary School.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's where you started your Form 1 education.
yeah.
And again, what happened? How are you managing these problems? Family back at home, your siblings. How was all this stuff all about?
So when I was at secondary school, when I joined, because there was a long holiday between doing exam and waiting for the result, I just continued being there at the beach, doing some small works and just giving my mom that money. So when it reached the time for joining secondary, I was able to pay for admission fee and also to the little part of fee. So when I was at school, my mom also used to do some small labor jobs where she used to pay little as 2,000 and I would be at school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a boarding school or day school?
It was a day and it was a
Both, eh?
both. I mean
Both boarding
day,
and day
boarding
school.
and day.
So you were in a program of day schooling or boarding?
I was in a program of day schooling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you do your last exams in secondary?
It was in the year 2013 when I started for KCSE, and I managed a B minor of 54 points. But by then, the cutoff point for university entry was 60. So I failed to reach the target with 6 points. Yeah.
That was 2013.
2013.
You did your first KCSE examination.
Yeah.
And managed 54 points.
Yeah.
Out of a total cut point of
60.
So you didn't manage to get that government sponsorship
Yeah.
to university.
Yeah. So the result came around February, because after sitting for KCSE at around November, there was a long span before results are being released. So when the results were out, around 4 of us, of those who scored B minor, we heard that there was a principal of Kodero Bara, Mr. Jimmy Agutu, who was sponsoring students who have failed to reach the university entry points, and so he was able to sponsor us so that we can study there at Kodero Bara and see if we can manage to attend the university entry grade.
Okay.
So the 4 of us agreed and we went to Kodero Bara. It was on 2nd of March 2014.
Okay.
That is the day when I reported to Kodero Bara with my box and the only uniform. There was nothing else which was needed there.
So meaning you didn't succeed to go to college or university.
Yeah.
Then came a certain principal who offered you free scholarship only if you pardon in his school.
Yeah.
That's why you did your second examination.
Yeah.
2014 at Kodero Bara.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at Kodero Bara, when I just stepped in, things were not okay, as in the environment was cold. For those who know it, it is around Rongo area, towards Rio City. That's where Kodero Bara is. That place is very cold, and so for me, being near the lake, it was cold, but I just adapted with the environment and things were just okay.
Okay.
So being that that was now a boys' school, it was boys' school, and for me, my previous school was a mixed day. There were a little bit of challenges, but I coped up with the situation.
Okay.
And everything was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did examination.
Yeah, I did the examination at Kodero Bara, of which I had a target of getting an A plane of 81, but I managed 78 points. As you can see,
You had a target of
getting an A plane
of 81 points.
Yeah, but I failed to reach the target by 3 points. That is, I failed in English. I scored a B minor of all the subjects.
Wait a minute.
That's where I failed.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You had a target of 81.
Yeah.
And then later you got 78.
Yeah.
Is that a fail?
Though it is not a failure, but I didn't reach the target as
that you put.
Yeah, but this one came as a challenge when it comes to new set books, because the previous year I did
okay.
some books like The River, no, I mean The River Between.
Okay.
And now 2014 there was a new book, The River and the Source by Margaret Ogola.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit challenging, as in the book had many pages.
How sure are you? How sure are you? All the subjects you got the way you were expected. Yeah. Then it came here English that brought the problem.
Yeah, English is
just because of set books.
Yeah. There was a change in some books, and so this one had many pages. I remember I read it only once.
Okay.
So when there was a part where they asked some questions about the book, and it finds you blank, having little knowledge about it.
It was not well.
It was not well
with you.
But
okay.
Thank God I managed 78.
You managed 78 points.
Yeah.
Now you got the target that you wanted. Government sponsorship.
Yeah.
Max.
I got government
cut
sponsorship.
Points,
cut points.
Of 78.
Yeah.
A minus.
Yeah.
And this was 2014.
Yeah.
From 2014 to now, have you graduated?
No, I haven't.
What's the problem?
After, in the year 2015, when results were out, I was in Kisumu doing I was employed by at a certain restaurant here in Kisumu. So, of which he was paying me, it was 6,000 a month. Okay. So when I had applied for courses, I was placed at Karatina University, and I was to report on September that same year. But when I looked at what I had, I was unable to manage it. So I went to Karatina and wrote a deferment letter so that I can report the following year. That was 2016. So in 2016 is when I went to Karatina I had something like 22,000, because when I was working, there was also a brother of mine who was at secondary, who had also joined from secondary school. So I was the one who would raise his fee. So when it reached September is when I joined Karatina, paid the little that I had, and also to cater for accommodation. But by then I had some well-wishers from our area with whom I had met them, and they promised that they would support me in raising the fee. So I just decided to go with the little that I had, that 22,000. I paid around 12,000 at the bank, and the rest catered for
your accommodation and
my accommodation and paying for the hostel. So I was at Karatina for the first semester, and so when it was nearing the end, I called the well-wishers who are willing to support me, and there was no response. So the school wants me to pay the fee that was pending, and so there was nobody to chip in.
Okay.
And so I dropped out of school after first semester.
So you reported on this exam you did in 2014.
Yeah, but
then you joined the campus in 2015.
16, I mean.
So in like 1 year you were at home looking
for
this money.
At home.
This is the time that you are employed by that person,
Yeah.
where you are being paid
I
6,000
was at
monthly.
home after results were released. I was at home until around August is when I came to Kisumu, and so I got that man employed me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you joined on 2016
2016 September.
at Karatina University
Yeah,
and did first semester.
yeah, where I was pursuing actuarial science. I just studied there for one semester.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then from second semester, you found yourself at home
I found myself
because of no support
because of no support.
and false promises from some well wishers.
Yeah.
So then, how have you been managing all this stuff? Because now the education is here, you have your siblings at home, mom is there still waiting for some support from you.
It has not been easy because the current situation, when I was out of school, I was back home. So at home, at times you would do some little job, if in case there is, and that's where I could get something a little for the family. And at times tuseme nimepata hata pesa ingine nzuri, naweza lipia huyo ndugu yangu mwenye alikuwa ananifuata, mwenye alikuwa shule. I can recall there was a time after I dropped out of school, there was a contractor mwenye alikuwa anafanya kazi sides za Bondo, alikuwa anaweka madirisha kwa nyumba. I can recall nilifanya kazi na yeye vizuri, akanilipa pesa zangu, of which from there I managed to pay even for the whole year for my brother.
Okay.
Because there was now nobody to pay for him. Nikaamua hii pesa nimepata, wacha nilipe at least baada nipungue. In this 1 year nimemlipia, at least ninaweza pata hata kidogo pia na support na family. So unajua nikimaliza hiyo kazi sikuwa na kitu kingine ya kufanya. Nilikuwa tu nyumbani. Zingine hizi kazi za mjengo zikitokea mahali tunaenda tunafanya. So things have not been easy.
Hata hivi vile ulitoka shule, I know that was 2016.
Yeah.
You dropped to 2017.
Yeah.
Sababu second semester ingeanza 2017, maybe January or February.
Nilitoka, it was on December 23rd.
Okay. So from January 2017 mpaka leo, umekuwa ukifanya kazi gani hapa ya kumudu maisha, kusupport wale wengine?
From 2017 when I was out of school, ndio nikatoka nikakuja nikafanya hiyo kazi yenye tulikuwa Bondo, tukakaa around 2 months. Ndio sasa nikaenda nyumbani kwetu. So nikiwa nyumbani huko, saa zingine ulikuwa unaweza chukua pikipiki ya mtu natumia namlipa hivyo kidogo kidogo. Yeah. Until now, when it reached 2018, there is a school around our place called Simbi Secondary School. The principal there is Mr. Atito. He was from Kisumu Day. I heard that there was something like a sponsorship from the Kenya Pipeline.
Yeah.
And in fact, Kenya Pipeline constructed a very good laboratory for the sciences.
Okay.
So I heard that they were sponsoring students who could manage to get an airplane from Simbi.
Okay.
So when I was at home, I recollected myself and asked him, because he knew me, I used to pay for my brother Calvin's, of which he knew Calvin's very well. At times when he was being sent out of school, he could call me to ask me, how about your brother? Why don't you send something a little for him? So when I approached him, I told him, Mwalimu, I want to do KCSE here once again to see if I can manage that 81 so that I can get that sponsorship of Kenya Pipeline.
Yeah.
And so he agreed, and I just went to school because for me, I had files, books. My books were just intact from 2014. They have not been tampered with. And that was now after my brother had completed secondary school in 2017 there at Simbi Secondary. So I went there in 2018 when the registration for students was almost coming to an end. That was around March. And so I was registered. I can remember I am the last person to be registered there.
Okay.
So nikasoma hapo, we did tukafanya mtihani tofauti and so when I sat for KCSE that is 2019 I managed it was 62 points, a B plane. So these 62 points,
You didn't reach the target.
I didn't reach the target.
Wait kidogo. Ulifanya KCSE ya kwanza 2013.
I repeated in 2014.
You repeated
A minor.
So the first KCSE was 54 points.
Yeah.
You missed the target with only 6 points.
Yeah.
Then you went back, did another KCSE.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
You had 78 points of A minus.
Yeah.
So hiyo duration yote ukaenda kwa John campus kidogo ukafanya semester 1 of year 1 fika katika ukarudi nyumbani kufanya hustle. Then you went back to a different school, got registered and did KCSE, which you got yourself.
I got myself a 62 points, and so far maybe that was the best performance ever in that school, but for me I was just like I've missed the target.
Bro, hizi zote umepita. Hawa wakubwa wetu, the area MP, MCA, mambo na HELB, CDF, wanasemaje?
When it comes to support from maybe politician, I can recall I organized one when I was about to join university, going to Karatina, but it failed. He never showed up. I called for an MCA to support me, but he never showed up, so I just to carry the bull by its own, moving forward.
So certificates za secondary uko na 3?
Niko na 3.
Ya 2013, 2014, 2018.
Yeah, 2019 I mean.
2019, of which all you qualified to join campus. Na saizi uko nyumbani.
Yeah, saizi niko nyumbani. So this 62 which I got, nikaenda nika apply for courses of which waliniita niende university, Nairobi University, nisome agricultural education and extension.
Yeah.
And this is the calling letter.
This for, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So this is the calling letter for University of Nairobi in the year 2000 and what? 2020, yeah?
Yeah.
So you are to report.
Yeah, in 2020, but due to Corona, I never went to school.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because during that time, things were not well. Kukuwa na kazi yenye naweza sema hii ndio naweza pata pesa kutoka hapa ya kwenda university.
So hapo alikuitia course ya agricultural education and extension.
Yeah.
I can see. Hey boss, hii struggle. It's called one man army, eh? You are fighting for your siblings, your brother. Unaenda shule unarudia baada ya ndugu yako kutoka, and you still pay for your fees.
Yeah.
Na saizi kazi gani unafanya? Sababu uliniambia uko Nairobi.
Corona ilipopungua, nilienda Nairobi kujaribu kama naweza nikapata maybe kazi, nione if from there naweza nika provide for our family and also for myself. but things have not been well. As in, unapata tunaita working in a construction site, you may be doing it for 1 week. The following week you are in the house, no job. But however much little I've been getting from there, I've just been supporting my family because mom hakuna kitu yote anafanya. Ni mimi ndio na anaweza kanipigia aniambie kama kuna shida. Juu she has nothing she's doing.
Boss, unatamani kurudi shule?
Shule naye natamani kurudi hata kama ni kesho.
It's okay. Let us do this, I feel the pain. I know it's not easy. You're not sitting for 3 examinations of which all you're passing. Wengine wanafanya moja, wanaanguka, wanaenda parallel. And you've gone all this struggle. You did your 3 examinations secondary. Na wewe ndo breadwinner. Najua haitaenda bure. Yeah? Haitaenda bure. We'll organize. Mungu atatufungulia njia. And you will go back to school. Hopefully. Ikiwezekana urudi September. Are we okay, bro?
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah, ikiwezekana urudi September. This is too much. You pass 78 points is not easy. 62 points si rahisi, and the other points 54. Wengi wanatamani sana. So I'm hopeful Mungu atatufungulia njia, utasaidika. Are we okay, sir?
I'm okay.
Are we okay, bro?
I'm okay.
Thanks a lot. So tunaweza pumzika kidogo, rudi tu kwa nyumba pumzike kidogo, mengine tutaongea.
Asante.
Okay? Yeah.